Good morning. I have two stories from Sweden and one from the United States. The first one is from this suburb of Stockholm. It's called Jordbro. It's very close to where I used to live before I moved to this farm. It used to be a nice place in the 80s, and even in the 90s it was okay. It started to change. See. I remember talking to a client. Maybe this was in 2006. I talked to this guy, and he said he moved from this suburb, Jordbro, because he became a father and he didn't want his son to grow up there. So it changed. So this happened in Jordbro. According to the police, there was a father actually with his little son. They were out walking in Jordbro. The son was just a year and a half. And then they met this gang, 5 guys, and these guys were 10-year-olds. That's right. And this gang threatened the father and the little son using a knife. Wow, I don't know what to say. So, yeah. The second story is about public service TV here in Sweden. They wanted to premiere a debate show called Directly. And the theme of the first show was integration and segregation. So they had this great idea. They wanted to broadcast from this cultural center in Trollhättan. Trollhättan is a town on the west coast, and it's quite well known these days for for having major problems with segregation and integration. Major problems. So they wanted to broadcast from this cultural center. And one of the guys they invited to debate was Joachim Lamotte. He's a freelance journalist. He's one of the good guys here in Sweden. He's very good. Media don't like him. No, they attack him because he's doing their job. He's doing a good job, you see. And he's financed by supporters. See, he doesn't get any tax money or anything. And people in media, they don't like him at all. But he was invited. Which was interesting. And the town said, yeah, very good, go ahead. And then they changed their minds because they talked to the police. The police didn't like this idea. They couldn't say that this would be safe, you see. So they didn't want to broadcast from this cultural center anymore. Interesting, isn't it? Now, you need to remember public service TV, what they have been doing in the past. They have been so pro mass immigration, it's ridiculous. And now they can't broadcast from this area. Fascinating. The final story is from the United States, and it's about Bernie Sanders. Looks like he's doing well. He might become the candidate for the Democrats, maybe, which is weird, I think. In the United States, you have a candidate to become the president who is a pure, real socialist. It's weird. In America it is, I think. Now, what happened in America, I don't know. But I think it's about the young people being indoctrinated. Many of these young people, they believe that socialism is a good thing. It's fantastic. They must have been working hard on this indoctrination. Wow. Anyway, Mr. Sanders, he said that US officials had told him about Russian efforts to help him in his campaign. Now, I don't know if this is true, but it would make sense, wouldn't it? Bernie Sanders would be a good president for anyone who wants to ruin the United States. So it does make sense. And Saunders, he became very angry about this, yeah. He called President Vladimir Putin a thug. Yeah. And he said that the Russians, they used internet propaganda to sow division in the United States. I think it's funny. Yeah. No, he was very angry about this. He said, I stand firmly against their efforts and any other foreign power that wants to interfere in our election. It's good. All right. Later tonight I will do another chat with Wake Up UK. I did one some time ago and I liked it very much. So this will be at 7 p.m. Central European Time. Yeah, looking forward to it. Okay. That's all. Bye.